Quick follow-up here. We have an email. If you missed the first hour of this program, one segment we were talking about, the director of the movie Twilight, Catherine Hardwicke, said she was shedding light on sexism in Hollywood. She did an interview with The Guardian and said many times her male colleagues who had directed movies that had a big opening weekend would receive a bonus, a cash bonus, a new car from the studio, or a multi-movie franchise. So here's 3 more movies you can direct with this budget. And she was expecting that when she was called into the office of the lead executive when she made the movie Twilight. And instead of getting any of those things, she got a mini cupcake. Mm-hmm. No word on flavor.
It was in the shape of a minion. It was just leftovers they had from the minion celebration.
Get her a cupcake.
Here, it's a minion. Yeah, that's all we got. Anyways, good job.
She said had she been a man, she would have been given more movies to direct, and she would have been given
a trip to Fiji.
Exactly. Now,
and a Rolls Royce parked outside.
Exactly. Anonymous P1, I will skip through the female director aspect of this, but I'm not sure if you all have seen the first Twilight movie.
I have not.
I have. I've seen them all.
Okay, see if you agree with this statement. She says, female P1 listener says, that is an awful movie. It's terrible. Did I enjoy seeing it? Of course. My friends and I snuck vodka into the theater, saw it opening night, along with countless other late 20s women, all wanting to see the hotties on screen. If anything, I'm surprised the other actors got respectable roles after making such a horrid movie. A mini cupcake is too lavish. Biggie.
I'd have to agree. It's not a good movie at all. None of them are.
Right.
And actually, it's kind of funny. Through the years, people online have started taking the movies apart and highlighting just how some of the scenes and some of the parts are just so ridiculous.
You know what that reminds me of? And they're not the same genre, but the 50 Shades books. The books were so freaking popular that they had to be made into movies. And people were going to go see them regardless of the cast. Now, you know, Kristen Stewart, she had made movies before that, and I think she still makes decent movies.
She's a star.
And Pattinson has done okay.
Agreed.
He's had a decent career since then.
Yeah, he really has. Both of them kind of moved away from the big budget movies and started doing more
except
indie.
for Batman.
Well, I was going to say, right after they each did some indie movies that kind of, I would say, helped their reputation as actors.
Let me ask you this. Speaking of bad television and movies, are you caught up with And Just Like That, the series that is now the reboot of Sex and the City? Biggie and I watch it.
I am, and I'm not very happy with Aiden.
Well,
I have thoughts.
I totally agree with that.
I gasped out loud at what he admitted to.
Slept with his ex. Spoiler.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Aiden.
And boy, Carrie took that awfully well. She's like, I understand. He's
Yeah.
like, what? You understand?
Well, and I hate to be, again, look, this first hour I feel like has gone anti-woman. And
I don't want to be anti-woman. I don't want to be, right.
But I thought this season, spoiler alert if you're watching.
No one is.
No one is. Just the two of us.
You're spoiling nothing.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. I thought this whole season was setting up for her to cheat.
I know.
I kept waiting for her. I was like, well, go ahead and sleep with him.
Yeah, she might as well now.
Yeah.
She's got a new downstairs neighbor that's dashing.
Who?
Carrie. Sorry. Just girl talk here.
Yeah, he's an author.
He's a
You
great
didn't watch The Bear. You two watch Sex in the City the 2.0.
Rough exterior, but he's likable underneath.
He's gruff, but he's moved in. He's also a writer, and he and Carrie are sparking. And now I give her the go-ahead to sleep with him. You know? I mean, now that
Is that how you see things?
Well, now that Aiden's done what he's done.
And that just came out of nowhere, too. He just said, I slept with her.
Very
I slept
biblical.
with Kathy. When he said I slept with Kathy, and I clutched.
I get a free one then.
That's right.
Yeah.
Try that with your marriage counselor.
Well, it doesn't matter. Our bonds are ironclad. We never.
And then
never
what
do
happens to me, which I would not be this way after finding this information out, then that like turned them on. They go sleep with each other.
I know. Can you believe that?
The next scene is like the two of them in bed. Like, yeah, I was so hot that you cheated on me.
No, shocking. Where'd that come from?
Yeah.
Sex?
Rage sex.
I guess.
That's right. Here's the whole reason I brought it up. It's being criticized because this past week's episode, one of the characters, her father died unexpectedly.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Charlotte?
No, it's one you've never heard of. It's a new one.
Oh.
It's
She's a new side character.
Yeah, and they really made a big point of her father died. Well, in season 1, apparently there's an episode where she talked about her father and when he died. So they
killed him twice?
Major plot hole. Yeah, they killed him twice.
Man, and I've watched every episode, and I had no
I didn't
recollection
realize,
of that.
but
That is embarrassing.
yeah, I'm on the Reddit thread for the sex. Speaking of embarrassing. And a lot of my fellow Redditors pointed it out. They're like, he's already dead. I was like, he is? And they're like, yeah, he's dead.
Remember season 1?
Season 1, they talked. She
Yeah.
just talked about how he had died years ago. And then they made a whole episode in season 3 about his death. And they went to the funeral and everything.
Oh, that's bad.
It was very, very bad. That's true.
I mean, in this day and age, and we've seen that before. Family members, Happy Days, the oldest brother in the Cunningham house disappeared, and in the Urkel show, a daughter disappeared.
Yeah, but that's like the very beginning of the show, and they just decide to write the character out, and they never even speak of him again. Yeah. But when they've made a plot point. Now, some shows do have, I mean, if you watch the old Griffith show, which I do, many times, like Barney Fife says his name or his middle name many times, and it changes over. There's like Bernard P. Fife, Bernard M. Fife, and then they say his middle name's Oliver at one point. It's like, you can't.
Not consistent.
It's not consistent. I don't think they cared back then. They just were like, well, we'll just throw it in.
Just throw it up there. Who's going to remember?
We're never going to be shown again. It's on one time. It's over. Now, if we're still watching it 60 years later,
I will tell you, Chris Kelly, I want to give you credit for something. I can't remember how long ago you said it, maybe 6 months, maybe a year. You said something that stuck with me, and every time I see something like this now, I think of this statement. And it was an episode of Sex and the City. The reason Aiden and Carrie can't be together is Aiden's taking care of his son, who has different issues. He's a troubled teen.
Yep.
Every time he's on camera, he's an a-hole. And Aiden's like, I can't be with you, Carrie, because I have to take care of my son. Every time I flash back to Chris Kelly saying this one thing, which many people have agreed with, children ruin everything.
Right.
You were having an honest moment on this show one day.
One day.
I forget, so your daughter had done something, and you said, I just want to be honest here. I love them.
This was the night of the overnight track meet.
That's it.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I love my kids. I'd do anything for my kids. I would die for my kids.
That's
However,
real life.
That's right. That's real life.
Not Sex and the City.
No.
That's right.
However, children ruin everything. In that time, we've had many people co-sign on that.
My daughter was supposed to be overnight at a cross-country meet or a track meet. She was going to get getting on the bus. She'd be gone for 24 hours. My son was in college. I said to my wife, get the Chardonnay.
Turn out the lights.
Get the edibles, and let's go. And I get home, and there's my daughter sitting with an ice pack on her head. And I think, what the hell? Stomach issues. She didn't feel well. She got an ice pack, a headache. And I was like, are you serious right now? So I just turned to my wife. She's like, all plans are off. All plans have been canceled.
She did the throat slash gesture.
Not happening.
I've already popped them.
That's right. Honey, I popped a Cialis on the way home. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Well, make her stay in her room at least.
Look, I got like 30 minutes left. What do you want to... You want to do here?
Nothing.
No.
Nothing you can do. That's it. It's over. I know. Very, very upsetting. It was really unfortunate.
I thought Cialis was you choose your time. Well, it's working.
I'll tell you. Since we got this puppy, too, we've had the puppy now 3 weeks. So sometimes, Friday evening, Saturday evening, late in the evening, I'll say, maybe we could steal away. Are you absolutely out of your mind? We're not doing anything of the sort. I have had my hands full of this puppy all day. Put him in his crate and go to sleep. And that's all there is.
That's it.
So we're working now. This puppy is causing more work, more stress, and therefore any kind of right now, we just put it on hold for a bit.
Does Biggie know how many puppy books you've read?
I've read 2 now.
Wow.
They're going to try to get this one right.
Yep, we are. We're trying to get this one right now. We failed with my children. We're trying to get the puppy right.
This time we'll get it right.
We failed with the first dog. She's in charge of everything.
This is like a late in life child surprise.
That's right. It's like
I'm going to make this one the best of them all.
It's like we've adopted a child from Africa and said, we're getting this one right.
You're going full Jolie.
Yes.
Right. We're going Angelina Jolie on this one. So I've read 2 puppy books now.
Biggie doesn't know how you discipline the dog.
Well, I have 2 things to say about the dog. First, when the dog nips at your hands, and he does that. I mean, that's one of his puppy behavior. The first book taught, like, pull your hands away and say, which we discussed. Well, the second book, revolutionary. If it nips at your hands, and which he does, I go, as if I'm a hurt puppy. And he sits back like, what's going on? And then he doesn't do it then. I mean, so, you get your hands close and he won't do it. But if he ever does, that's how you have to.
Yeah, but you just put this as plain as I can. He's going to think you're a bitch. Hey, he's going to tell his friends, hey, watch this. I'm going to pretend to bite him. Watch what he does.
Watch him yip.
Oh,
Make
man,
him yip.
your dad's a bitch.
And my wife can't pull it off.
She can't make the sound.
She goes, I told her, you've got to get better than that. She
Can
just
you not
yeah,
yip?
she
I
can't. You've got to. I said, watch me. You do that. I said, we've got to practice. We've got to practice. The other thing, and I hate for this to sound sexist, but it might.
Well, today's already ruined.
Right. My dog, the new dog, Franklin, who's great. That little guy's wormed his way right into my heart. Just love him. The other day, my wife was blow drying her hair, and that was the first time he acted like skittish. He didn't like that sound of the blow dryer. And she said, boy, that blow dryer really sent him to a tizzy. And I said, it's a good thing you never vacuum. And that did not go over well. That did not go over well.
No, I can see.
Where's my son? I should high five him.
My son, so much aura. Pound this rock. Pound. Aura for days. Pound. I shouldn't have said it. I regret saying it.
My wife is fully convinced that by blow drying her hair ever since she was, whatever age you start, 8, 9, 10, whatever, that she's damaged her hearing.
Oh, really?
Because you hold those things next to your head.
Huh.
And if you have long hair, especially women with long hair, it takes a long time to dry your hair.
I never thought about that.
Not at
I
all.
never did it either.
That
I've always
is
had
true.
short hair.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah, I haven't blow dried my hair in a long time. I used
Not
to
since high school.
No, yeah, when I was in high school, I really wanted to give it a big wave in high school.
Get some poof it up.
I feathered, and I really felt like that helped. But now I haven't done it in forever. Maybe that's right. Maybe it does.
So she is Amazon Prime looking for quieter hair dryers.
Well, I don't want to sound sexist, but that's another thing. Okay. Last night, my wife
Another thing.
Okay. Yesterday afternoon, my wife and I were watching something on TV, and she was on her computer, and so we missed whatever was on TV. And I said, well, if you'd look up from Amazon Prime long enough, maybe.
Oh, that's right. Prime
Day. Prime Day is going on through Sunday. And
it's a big deal.
It's a big deal, all right. You know what I read is that Walmart gives you better deals during this time than Prime.
Everybody else has got to join in.
Join on.
It's the same. I mean, you get flooded. It's Target Circle Days. Walmart has their deals. Amazon has theirs.
Yeah.
Amazon, I think it's a good deal if you're buying Amazon products.
Branded stuff?
Yes, because they'll put their tablets or their, speaker things, they'll put them at half off.
If you watch the headlines, if you just skim like news sites, they'll always say the best bargain, this is the best time of year to buy those Apple Pods.
Really?
Earpods.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And especially I've noticed the Beats by Dre headphones. They're like half off, half
They must
off.
deeply discount that kind of stuff.
Really? Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Well, that makes electronics. Yeah. Okay, that makes some sense then. How about a refrigerator?
Uh-oh. Is there something you need to tell us?
Just my second fridge.
No.
We have a second fridge, and it's gone out, so we need one. And I'm going to buy one at some point. I'm trying to figure out the best time to buy it. It's not totally necessary.
Well, second fridge. You don't want to spend a lot. You've been on Facebook lately. Might be your time to venture into Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, Biggie, no.
Ooh, I don't know.
You want me to go drive across town to pick up a fridge?
I do.
I don't know
now,
about that.
You'll just have to rinse the blood out.
Right. The other thing about Amazon Prime Days, some have pushed back against it with no buy July. It's like a group who thinks all this so much
consumerism
is terrible. So I don't want this to sound sexist, but I said to my wife, let's try no buy July so we don't buy.
Just shut the laptop.
She did not appreciate that at all either.
Well, Bezos, Amazon's owner, turned some heads yesterday because he sold, it's not a lot of stock, only $650 million worth of Amazon stock yesterday.
$650 million.
You got to pay for that wedding?
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to pay for the honeymoon.
You're right. Yeah. Where are they?
Foam party.
Yeah. So I guess it kind of turned some heads going, what do you know that we don't?
What's going on here? Exactly. This is about money as well. Christine would be into it. The most expensive block of cheese ever sold was sold yesterday at auction. I hope I get it right. Cabrales cheese from Spain. Cabrales. A Cabrales cheese.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
I don't know it either. But not too long ago, we heard that the type of cheese in your fridge indicates how well off you are. We do a Cabot sharp cheddar, and we have blue as well. Chris Demm has Humboldt fog.
And smoked Gouda has worked its way into our repertoire.
And Biggie has those Kraft singlets.
Not even Kraft, off-brand. I mean, does it matter? It's not even cheese.
Yeah. It's just Raft.
Biggie has Raft cheese in there.
My cheese molds to the plastic.
Yes. This cheese is a blue cheese. It was a 5-pound block made by Angel Diaz Cheese Factory. It aged in a Spanish mountain for 10 months in a cave, 5,000 feet above sea level, and it has gone for $42,232 at auction for one 5-pound block.
Did a restaurant buy it or a collector?
It did not.
Or a private owner?
A private owner bought it. It was named Best Cheese of Competition when they recently held a competition in Spain. And so it was purchased by, the restaurant, El Llagar Coloto. And that is in Madrid. And they will be...
Will they serve it?
They will serve it, yes.
Okay.
But it's...
Because it's either that or somebody who's in Dubai buys it just because it's the world's most expensive cheese.
So if you pay $42,230...
For 5 pounds.
5 pounds of cheese...
Almost 10 grand a pound. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's like $9,500 a pound. How long does it last that you can serve it and get your money worth?
Cheese holds its...
Yeah.
I mean, you can store cheese for a while if you...
Yeah, I guess so.
If you wrap it properly and keep it at the right
Yeah, I
temp.
guess that's right. They have to... So they'll have to sell it now. You get it as an appetizer or whatever. Put it, I don't know what you put it on. Jeez.
A little charcuterie plate.
That's what I do. I mean...
Next to some raisins.
Yeah.
I wonder how much, though, of that... you think they'll double their money?
Will they make it back? Probably, because I think now
people will go just to try. But I mean, it's like how when people buy a really expensive bottle of whiskey, they sell per glass at this price. I just wonder if they'll. Yeah. I doubt they'll double their money, but I wonder if they'll make 10 grand over what they pay.
It depends on what kind of restaurant it is. I mean, if it's just an average quote unquote restaurant, most people can't afford that type of cheese.
Surely it's a high end.
It's got to be high end.
Like one of these Michelin stars.
Yes.
That'd be my guess. And if you sell it, let's say you sell it on a charcuterie board, how much?
2-3 slices?
What are you charging like for a slice of that cheese? $100 a slice?
You'd have to.
But I wonder how many people would pay it just to say I did it.
I tried the world's. And you know what? I bet it's no better than Chris Demm's Humboldt Fog. Now, it's better than your junk you've got in your fridge.
If you ever want to laugh, go into like a food line and ask for Humboldt Fog. Last time I did, they said he's not working today.
Ice got him.
Deli, he's not here today.
Yeah, we had an ice raid.
He's off, honey.
He's gone. Humboldt Fog. He's out of here. One more note on retail. For the first time ever, we were talking about Barbie earlier. Mattel is selling a Barbie doll with type 1 diabetes. It comes with its own insulin pump and glucose monitor.
I've seen a picture of it.
It's only $11, $10.99.
Is that standard Barbie price?
It's cheap. I felt like it was cheap. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Does it say rude things about people with type 2 diabetes?
Yes, it comes along with that.
I was born with this. I didn't eat my way to it, okay?
I mean, I'm diabetic the real way.
Yeah.
Like, not like you.
She's rude.
Rude Barbie.
I don't have the sugar.
Yeah. You've got the sugar. They need a type 2 diabetic to come out now, a different Barbie.
Yeah. It's genetics. While holding a donut.